Start with this side of the room. Anyone? Public safety. Sir?
We got one, Adrian. You keep yours. There you go.
Oh, sorry. Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Thank you very much for your wonderful example of bringing government to the people. We really do appreciate that.
Thank you.
There is an area in part of this district, very close, Liberty Avenue and 80th Subway Street Station. You must have read of all the attacks, especially on Bangladeshi immigrants. There's been very brutal, and it's been happening day after day. I must compliment the police officers of the 102 precinct, to see Officer Costello there, and 106th, Officer Nalan, and the Commander Barari. They have been doing a tremendous job. The problem, Mr. Mayor, is that, as just a reminder, I wanted to ask you to keep the focus on that area. There are many vehicles right now. There's a heavy police presence. There has been a good downsurge in crime, which is commendable, and it's part of your administration. We thank you for that. And we wanted to ensure that that presence is permanent. Oftentimes, it's just a temporary solution, but we want a permanent fix, Mr. Mayor, and I know we can do it.
Okay.
You can do it. Thank you very much.
So let me say, and again, I'm going to say, I'll start, but at any point as we get into public safety questions, Chief Shea, Chief Harrison, or precinct commanders jump in as you see fit. But I just want to say something, sort of the foundation of things. Bangladeshi community, I think because of the atmosphere we've lived through in recent years, I think before you even talk about the specific instances of crime, I want to acknowledge that I think the community has had to live with a certain amount of fear and an uncertainty. And that's not what we want for any community in this city. Fear and uncertainty because of the national environment and all the negativity directed towards Muslim communities. Fear and uncertainty because of a tragedy that happened a few years ago. So when you say, am I aware of it? Yes, I am. And I have had a real conversation with the leaders of the PD in this community about making sure that, yes, this is an ongoing effort. Because this community is not making it up. This is a real problem, and it is framed by a bigger problem. And we have to make sure people know that the police and the community will be there for them. So we will be. Does anyone want to add? Yeah, but one ground rule to our colleagues from all agencies, reminding you, you walk over to where the person is. Don't stay there in Siberia. Come on over.
Sorry. Hi, how are you? I'm Captain John Costello. I'm the newly appointed.
Come on, you can do it.
Of the 106. Good to see you again. We have met. Actually, very good to see you.
See, he's making up for it. Now he's working the whole room. Okay.
We met, just so you know, we met. My first day was last Monday.
Yes.
And you were holding an emergency meeting.
Yes.
And they approached me with the urgency when I went to their meeting. And I immediately heard there was a Bangladeshi male who was assaulted that previous Friday. But the one that you brought to my attention, absolutely. They brought to my attention that the previous Friday on the 1st, a 40-year-old male was getting on a train, and he was assaulted, accosted by 5 individuals. I felt the urgency with them, and as I told you, I expect every officer to have empathy. You have to feel what somebody's feeling. Mm-hmm. So I saw in him the urgency. I immediately put a fixed post. I immediately had cameras installed, light tower. I'm actually doing a walkthrough with DOT tomorrow to put lighting in that corridor. It's very poorly lit. And I gave you my pledge. I'll do everything I can to ensure that you feel safe, because everybody deserves to feel safe in their community.
Amen. You started the job last Monday?
Last Monday, sir.
That's very good if you're only starting a job last Monday. Good job. Good job.